yeah. All right. Whoa. And now it's time for the Late Boomer Show, starring Stephen J. Morris. Yeah. Crime is not on the streets. Crime is behind the resolute desk. There's all the sycophants wear no pants. Nothing like a sensitive warrior. Something like a strong savage. These are not contradictions. These are just afflictions. The commander-in-chief needs a lot of relief. His ego is hungry. His ego is hungry. Feed his ego with a helping of compliments and a feast of worship. Worship him. Worship him. Feed his ego. Don't let go. Feed his ego. Keep the flow. Feed his ego. Never mind God and country. Just feed his ego. Feed his ego. Feed. Feed. Don't hate us. We're going on a hiatus. I'll say it because it'll be a while, okay? What I'm here to do is talk about idiots, jerks, dummies, morons, and weirdos of the political right. Howdy. How y'all doing? Well, in 1998, I forged into the new medium, the new world of the internet. My mom, now remembering what my mom said to me in the summer of 1965, in the dining room from 170 North Martell, she says, in the future, everybody will have their own TV show. I scratched my head and I said, really? How's that gonna work? Well, she was right. Everybody has their own TV show. It's called podcast. I tried to have my own TV show. Didn't work out. I'm not very good. I'm not very good at technology. Yeah, I'm not so good. I didn't even learn how to change the oil in my car. But if I learn slowly, because they call me slow, I will get it. I didn't want to have nothing to do with computers or the internet, but eventually I slowly got into it. By 1998, I bought my first computer, a Dell. I forget the model number. And the following year, 1999, I went on the internet and searched around. And finally, I learned how to navigate it. Back then, there was a thing called news groups. I think it was owned by Usenet. Usenet indeed. So I found out there was different little groups, message boards they called them. You could type somebody could reply to you, and there was like, stamp collecting and sports, your favorite team, Democrats, Republicans, different subjects. Then I found sex. And I was hung up on that. There were sex message boards, but they put up photos and videos. So I was into that for a while. And then I start to advance to more sophisticated stuff. I joined groups like Democratic Underground and Daily Kos, and I got kicked out of all of them because my views were a little extreme. Finally, I got in touch with other anarchists, and that's where my podcast started. I got on YouTube a little late. I think they were sold, but when it was owned by those two young guys from San Diego, I think, it was total free speech. Nobody cared what you said or what you did. Then eventually Google took over, and now every day it gets more restrictive, more censored, and I can't handle it. So I've been on the line for 40 years, I don't know how long. I'm going to take another hiatus. I don't know when I'm coming back, but I need a rest. This whole Trump episode in American history, it'll eventually fade slowly away. This country's been resilient, and it outlived every problem that came to it, like slavery, the massacre of American Indians, the Great Depression, World War I, World War II. It survived. And it also survived communism. Oh, terrible. But somehow the right has these billionaires, and they feed the propaganda machine, and it keeps running like a well-oiled machine. And they have more money in the left. They keep saying, it's funny how they take all these victims. They're the victimizers, but somehow they turn around and say, we're the victims. Like anti-white prejudice. What's that? You criticize rich white people and you're a racist? I don't think so. And then they, don't you dare criticize free enterprise. It's the best thing that ever came in your life. The best thing. But if you're a liberal capitalist, oh, you're elitist. They always call people what they're guilty of, elitist. There's no such thing as Republican conservative elitist. Have you seen the evangelicals? They have jets. They have private jets, yeah. Yeah, but they're not elitist. No, they're not. They're doing the work of God. If God is so powerful, how come he doesn't do his own work? Was God lazy? You be nice to me, and I'll give you eternity of life and happiness. No, thank you. You want to live forever? That's like a prison sentence on your soul. You just live, and then you run out of things to live for. No, you're not part of reality. Well, you are. But the thing is, you're not going to live forever because you were born. If you were never born and you exist, you are living in eternity. But you can't live in eternity from a starting point because there is no starting point. Anyway, see, I'm becoming in a bad mood. So, this is goodbye for now. And I don't know if any of you are going to miss me. I don't care. I really don't. I'm just going to stare at the ceiling for the next 5 months. And if Trump succeeds in making this a fascist company. You know, people always get that mixed up, country and company. Because here, for the right wing, it's the same thing. We are a company, we're not a country. So on the count of 3, I will disappear. You like my new shirt? Pamela bought it for me. 1, 2, 3. Bye-bye.